Hi everyone, this is Raina, and welcome back to Ascending Without Wings. Sorry I've been away for a while, had to organise life, but this is your Celtic Cross weekly spread for the week from the 29th of March through to the 1st of April. It is going to be a short week, but hope that's alright. March to 1st of April. A couple of cards fell out. Okay, so I shall show these to you a little bit later, but that is the heart of the matter, the Ace of Swords. So truth coming out, something important, and the Nine of Swords. I'll give you the rundown of these once I've got them all. Okay. Foundation. Okay. Take the one that actually flew out. Foundation of the reading is the Eight of Pentacles. There. Okay. You don't even have to ask for that. That's crowning the reading. I will double check that these cards are in the right positions in a minute. Okay, recent past. Okay, recent past. Okay, the Empress. I apologize. That there, and that is what's crowning. Recent past comes before crowning. Yeah, sorry about the nerves. Okay, and immediate future. Okay. It's immediate future. Let's bring to the factory. That looks like that, but I will allow it to come out by itself. Okay, so Hangman. And that is in reverse. I should check these cards actually. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so how do we approach the situation? That here straight out. That's the Three of Pentacles. Okay, and in our environment, please. In our environment first. Something flipped over. I should just check if they're the correct cards. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have two cards for what's in our environment: the Knight of Cups and Seven of Cups. Interesting. Two very contrasting cards. Okay, so hopes and fears. What is in our hopes and fears? A few cards coming out here. Well, yeah. That's four cards. Let's just double check that is supposed to be in this position. Four of these cards. Hopes and fears. Number four. Okay. He's King of Wands in the hopes and fears position. Nope. He's the Six of Swords in the hopes and fears position. Okay, thank you. He's the Page of Swords in the hopes and fears position. Okay, thank you. And is the Ten of Swords in the hopes and fears position. Thank you. That's nice. So only 2 cards in the Hopes and Fears position, which are 6 of Swords and Page of Swords. From there, check them out in a minute. And I really should choose a bigger table space, shouldn't I? I'll pull them up and I'll show them to you. Anyway, sorry about this, guys. So that's our final outcome for this reading for the 29th of March to the 1st of April. 2 cards flip. 2 beautiful, beautiful cards. I feel like these are correct. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles and the Star card. Healing and building a family. That's kind of beautiful. Okay, let's just put them there. I really should spread this out. Okay, guys. What I will do is I'll run through the spread now, and then I'll actually pull some clarifiers and see if I can get more information. Okay, so the heart of the matter for this coming week from the 29th of March to the 1st of April is the Ace of Swords. So, Ace of Swords usually represents divine intervention to some extent. It's a period of growth, and there is some truth that's going to come to light with all the energies with the full moon and things like that coming up. I can feel some really intense anticipation in the air, and there have been days when I've been like a little kid waiting for my present. I don't know what's coming, but I know something wonderful is coming, and I have had that feeling for quite a while now. It comes and goes from day to day, but it's been around for a while now, especially since the equinox. So I feel like the universe has something very interesting in store for us in the next week. Okay, so what's challenging, well, obstacles or challenges in this is 9 of Swords. So this is about stressing, being up late at night, not sleeping, stewing in your mind over what has been and what may be. This really is a message just to try and live in the moment, be in the now, and create a high vibrational existence, because this is not fun. Being up late at night, stressing, having nightmares, depression, all of the nastiness that comes with an overactive brain that's being all doom and gloom. We really need to get out of this energy. And I do know that I sometimes do that, but when I catch myself doing it, I actually ask my angels and guides to take away whatever it is that I'm stressing about, and I release it to them for resolution or transmutation. So it does help, because we can't always control our ego minds. I totally know about that. Okay, so moving on. In our foundation of the reading. Sorry, guys. So basically the foundation is our worries or desires. So I can understand how hard work, which is what's illustrated by the 8 of Pentacles, can be a bit of a worry, and it can be kind of concerning when you just can't seem to get anywhere and you're working very, very hard at something. But consistent effort always pays off, no matter what the situation, no matter how it may look. It will always pay off. So please be patient and have faith in the universe that it is going to deliver what is meant for you. Okay, now, in the recent past, we've got the 2 of Wands. So Wands is about passion, action. See the little leaves on there. It's about personal growth as well. A lot of us have been putting a lot of hard work in, which was in our worries and desires. And now we're just standing there with the world in our hands, because we have attained a certain level of self-mastery, and we've evolved and gone up the ladder on our ascension process. So it's kind of like thinking that there are many options when there's only one option, and that is to be who and what you came here to be, and live in authenticity and follow your life's purpose. And if you can't work that out, ask for help from your team of guides and angels that are always there. They're always willing to help. You ask a question, you'll have a random image pop into your head, or a random thought that isn't really your style or your kind of way of thinking. you know it's sent from above and it's from your guides. That I can assure you. I've had answers to some things that I've been wondering for quite a period of time, randomly, with an image popping into my head or something like that. So, yeah, have faith. Things will come out as they should. So, what is crowning the reading? So, our hopes, dreams, and best possible outcome is the Empress. Now, Empress is a beautiful, beautiful card. She's a very maternal figure. She's spiritually enlightened. She's the ultimate mum, spiritual warrioress slash goddess. And it's also about fertility. It can be a maternal figure as well. I know our mothers can play a huge part in our lives sometimes. They can influence the way we see the world, the way we see ourselves, things like that. So this could represent yourself, and this could also represent a mother figure in your life. Okay, so let's place that there. Okay, so in our next steps, or next most likely steps, we have the Hangman, but it's in reverse. So this way, we're in suspension. We're waiting for something to come about after we've planted our seeds, and basically waiting to reap the rewards of the fruit that's going to come out of the plant, basically. But we're not. We're not quite in suspension. We should be peacefully waiting for what's to come about. But on that note, I am actually going to get some clarifiers for this one in particular, because the Hangman in reverse. It's almost as if we should be in suspension and we should be patiently waiting for divine timing to kick in, but we're not. We're too much in our heads, like the Nine of Swords. So, just on that note, clarify for the Hangman in reverse. What do you want that Hangman? Sorry, guys. Should have actually pulled the clarifier out. Please send out that. Is the clarifier for the Hangman in reverse. Give me that, please. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Ace of Swords again. So, we're waiting for the truth to come out. We're waiting for some sort of confession, declaration, or announcement, something like that. It's almost as if a lot of truth needs to come out. And I believe that this full moon, which is all about relationships, the blue moon too, is actually going to make the truth about a few things surface, whether it be via the form of people communicating and actually expressing their remorse or their opinion or view, whatever you would like to call it, on what has been in certain relationships. I do feel like there's some sort of truth that's going to come out. It might not necessarily be all sunshine and rainbows. The truth can be kind of cutting sometimes, especially when you have a certain picture in your head of how you think things are or were. And then, yeah, it turns out a lot worse than anything that you could have imagined sometimes. But I'd like to stay on the positive side and say, yes, if such truth does come out, it may hurt you a little bit. But then would you not respect the person that is telling you the truth for having had the courage to speak to you and come forth and own their mistakes and own their wrongdoings and actually try and make amends and try and build a bridge? So yeah, sometimes the truth might hurt you, but what happens after the truth comes out is usually a bit of healing and then moving on. Because the past is gone, the future is not here. All we have is this moment right now. So trying to be mindful and live in the moment is always a very good idea, so that you're not stewing over what has been. It really does help. Trust me. I will clarify the cards that we already had. So can I just clarify why we have the Nine of Swords as our challenges and obstacles? What more can you add to that, please? Thing with this Nine of Swords, kind of like we feel like we've been in an uphill battle, and the uphill battle seems more like a icy glacier sort of a type of building, mountain, where it's so steep you can't even imagine how you're going to get up that mountainside, but you know somehow you need to do it. That's the imagery I'm getting. It's like mountain climbers on a 90-degree up mountain, just sort of shaking their heads like, how? This is impossible. But nothing is impossible. Even if you feel like you have been climbing mountains, as long as you stay faithful in the fact that you are who you are and you are living in your authenticity and you know you are deserving of good things, it's one of the elements of manifestation. If you stay positive and you realize that you are worthy and you are deserving of good things, the good things will come to you. It's inevitable. It's like a magnet. If you believe it from the heart, it will happen. I don't think we need any clarifiers. Let's pull that aside for now. Now, moving on. In how we approach the situation. I might get a clarifier for that because we have the Three of Pentacles as how we approach the situation. So, how we approach the situation, Three of Pentacles. Can I please clarify Three of Pentacles here? What do you mean by that? Okay, Three of Pentacles, please. So how we approach the situation being the Three of card. Ooh, Judgment. Okay. So it's like we are waiting for, in a sense, ships to come in. Or judgment, an aha moment, an epiphany. That's how we realize, that's how we're treating the situation or approaching the situation. So I believe this full moon is going to bring something to light, and our approach may change to something. We might start recognizing people or situations for what they actually represent in our life, that they're actually tests or obstacles that the universe has put in front of us to make us realize how far we've come and how strong we've become. Because Judgment is a very beautiful card. It's about second chances as well. It's almost as if, you've been in the boxing ring for 25 rounds and you are totally dead and you think there is no surviving the hypothetical boxing ring of life, and you feel completely knocked out, and then all of a sudden something happens and you are completely renewed and revived. It's like reborn. So recently through Ascension, a lot of us have been going through some interesting purging of emotional baggage and other issues that we may have picked up along the way. So Judgment is a card that kind of represents exactly what happens when you go through Ascension and you heal all your past issues, and you do feel like your soul has been reborn within your own body. And it's kind of, you love yourself and you see so much more depth in yourself and the people around you, that all of a sudden everything just looks so much more beautiful and so much more spiritual. Spiritual is probably the wrong word for it, but bright and inspiring and, just so full of unconditional love and potential. Okay. And Three of Pentacles is usually about recognition, people discussing the achievements of certain people. So even standing back and looking at your own evolution, how far you've come on your ascension path. Who you were this time last year to who you are now. I know I keep on just freaking out at how much I have changed from this time last year to who I am now. I'm a completely different person, and even what makes me tick, what inspires me, what is most important to me in life is entirely different to what it was last year. And I absolutely love the change. I have no regrets and no concerns at all. That's me. Anyway, moving on. That is how we approach the situation. Then in our environment, interesting cards to have in our environment. We have the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So Seven of Cups is about having a lot of choices, or the perception of having a lot of choices. As you can see in here, there's a lot of beautiful golden goblets with random, different things in them. But if you look carefully, there's a snake in one, there's some sort of lizard dragon-like thing in one, there's one that's actually got what looks like a sword or something like that covered up in a piece of cloth. So maybe you feel like you're spoilt for choice because this is in your environment and how you're perceiving the environment around you. So maybe you feel like you have a lot of options when it comes to certain things. But when it comes to having a lot of options, are they all as good as each other? You need to weigh them up and realize what is worth your time and what's not worth your time. Okay. Yeah, Seven of Cups, not really positive. It's not like, oh yes, you are spoilt for choice and you're correct. It's you're spoilt for choice, but are you really spoilt for choice? It's almost the universe's way of saying, tread lightly, little one. Not everything is as shiny as it may seem on the outside. So choose wisely. But accompanied by that card is the Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups traditionally is about proposals in regards to love. This is an interesting one. Could there be a reconnection of certain old friendships with a lot of truth coming out, creating a little bit of healing, and then situations evolving to another level? The proposal of reigniting a friendship could be there. Friendships are based in love, relationships even. Don't put it all in one category, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are waiting for certain events to transpire based on divine timing and things like that. I know all about that. But don't put all your hopes on it being like that. It could be an old friendship that, fizzled out, that could be coming back to life. But this is in our environment in the next week. So, from the 29th of March through to the 1st of April. And as I've said, with the full moon energies and full moon being in Libra is all about relationships. It's interesting that there are some truth coming out and many options, as well as a potential proposal after a very long journey. Another thing that I noticed about the Knight of Cups card, I'm not sure if you can actually see behind him, there's a long road that he's actually traveled to get to where he is right now and where he's standing. So it's almost like a personal journey of, self-mastery, growth, evolution, whatever you want to call it, that this guy's been on. He's had a bit of self-discovery and a bit of enlightenment under his belt now. And he's matured a bit and grown up. Maybe knows what he wants a bit better than he used to. Well, that's the feeling I'm getting from the cards anyway. So please place it where it fits. This is a general reading, and I'm hoping that it is picking up on the energies of some people out there. All right, so in our hopes and desires. Sorry, hopes and fears. Hopes and desires. That would be nice, hey? Okay. So, hopes and fears, we've got the Six of Swords. Six of Swords has been coming up with the majority of the readers recently, and it's about unexpected outside help. It can also represent long trips over water sometimes, but to me, it's always about unexpected outside help, whether it be from friends, family, from your spiritual team, from the universe, wherever it may be. It's almost as if you've been quietly hoping and wishing and praying that there'll be some sort of light at the end of the tunnel for some situation. And to me, it feels like it's coming. With this full moon and the energies lately with the equinox and things like that, I've been feeling some intense energies of highs and lows at times, but there is an anticipation in the air at the moment about something good definitely coming. Can't even tell you what it is because I have no idea. I know well enough not to ask my team of guides and angels because they won't kill the surprise. They want us to be happy when something amazingly miraculous happens. And this reading is actually giving me that kind of feeling, almost like this little churning in my stomach, kind of a sense of excitement at the moment about, God, there's a lot of great potential being depicted in these cards. I really like this energy. Okay, so Six of Swords, as I said, is about outside help, whether it be from above, from externally, friends. You might have a massive light bulb moment, like an epiphany, and realize that, your strong point is in whatever area, and you decide to pursue that. That's divine intervention, inspiration, kind of outside help. So it could even translate to that. But the Page of Swords is about somebody that doubts their own abilities. There's so much self-doubt in this person. They're very excited and enthusiastic about life. They're ready to go on an adventure. But their own self-doubt, fear of failure, all of that kind of thing, all the stuff that your head likes to cook up to make you not step out of your comfort zone, try something different, take a challenge on in life. You can't just spend the last 20 years in banking and then say, oh, I love it and I'm going to stay here, because your true passion is in, making jewelry. But no, you're too paranoid that no, you won't be good enough at it. But it's something that absolutely sets your soul on fire and makes your heart explode with joy. But no, you still doubt the fact that, oh, you won't be able to make a consistent income, blah, 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 because, oh, it's only making jewelry. If you make amazing, immaculate pieces of jewelry that people will absolutely die for, of course you're going to make a fantastic living out of it. You need to get out of your head and stop doubting yourself and take a leap of faith, because this is a person that wants to take a leap of faith. They really are ready for a major change in their life, but their own self-doubt and their own fear of failure is holding them back. So that's interesting. So a hope being outside hope, maybe, and a fear / setback or reservation is the Page of Swords, which is your own self-doubt, making you think that you can't achieve whatever it is that your heart and soul are screaming at you to actually go out there and achieve. However, for this week, the final outcome cards, 2 absolutely beautiful cards. Let's start off with the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, as you can see, is about happy family, happy home, growing old together, building your wealth, your empire, funds, everything. There's an old guy there. There's dogs playing. It's like, husband and wife having a chat. The wife's looking at him so lovingly. I'm not sure if you can even see that. But yeah, see how she's so relaxed and she's just staring at him. There's so much familiarity there. It's kind of a, marriage that's lasted like 50 years or something crazy like that. This card to me represents a final outcome that sort of leads you down the path where you can actually achieve something like this. You can build a nest egg for your kids' future, whatever it is, that if that's what you want. But to me, this is more about, building a family home and evolving from there. Start off with the little house with the picket fences, and then have the little ones, and then expand from there and get grey hair together and laugh at each other and you start making funny noises. I don't know. Sorry, that's just being silly. But yeah, 10 of Pentacles being in our final outcome for this next week's energy is a beautiful, beautiful card. What makes it even more beautiful in the final outcome position is the Star. So what I was talking about, truth coming out and sometimes the truth being a bit harsh. This is the healing that comes after the truth being harsh. Reality can really bite sometimes, especially when you find out things that you weren't expecting to find out about people that you love. So once the truth comes out and you have had the courage to accept it and feel whatever is needing to make you feel, you will come out of this in a much, much better state, and you will have healed, and you will be ready, willing, able, and absolutely eager to make your 10 of Pentacles life happen. So I hope you can see how that all kind of ties in, because that, at first in this reading, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, truth, we're staying up at night, we're stressing, we're working hard. We think we have a few choices, but really there's only one really good choice, which is self-love, self-mastery, spiritual evolution, and just going for whatever it is that your heart is telling you to go for. And in the end, we finish the reading off with the Star card, which represents healing. It also represents an Aquarius. It can at times. And it's also a card that can say, wishing upon a star, those wishes being granted. Your dreams are coming true. All the things that your deepest desires of your heart are actually going to come about. First, what do the angels, the universe, have to tell us? And what do we have to be aware of or look out for, or whatever you'd like to call it? So let's start off with some angel guidance cards. These are the Doreen Virtue Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle cards. Very, very pretty deck. Very attractive. Some very beautiful cards, let's say. Attractive. I don't know if attractive is the right word for cards. Anyway. Okay, angels. What guidance do you have for us for this next week? What Ooh, okay. Those two actually flew out. The other two almost did. So let's see if we have any more guidance this week, please. Ooh, okay. Okay. I think that's it. I shall double check. I don't want to cut short the messages unnecessarily. Okay. Angels. Only 3 angel oracle messages for this week. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that was a yes. So the first card, be honest with yourself. Second card, the ocean. I shall read them to you and I'll put them down. And then ground yourself. That's what I was laughing at. It's kind of like there's a lot of intense energy coming down and from the universe at the moment. And grounding that energy is ideal because that way we get to share it with every inhabitant of this beautiful earth of ours. Okay, so be honest with yourself. Says, look into your heart and you'll know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they will come to you upon angels' wings. Interesting. I like that one. It's a bit like manifestation, visualizing what you want and feeling how you would feel if it was already yours. And that just draws everything to you like a magnet. Okay, second angel guidance card for the week is the ocean. So it says, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Yes, I do love the ocean myself. Just looking at the water, just moving around the way it just flows and things like that is the most relaxing thing. I could just sit there and zone out for hours just staring at the water quite happily. Okay, so last card, ground yourself. So it says, when you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. That's exactly it. Yes, we might be spiritual beings in human bodies, but we are here to have the human experience, and we are here to feel everything that comes with being a human. That includes the emotions, the good, bad, and the not so fun ones. I was going to say ugly, but I thought not so fun sounds better than ugly. Because yes, sometimes emotions can get a bit intense and it can be a bit overwhelming, but once you sort of find the courage to face whatever it is that you are feeling and to face it head on, just basically tackle it, you find this inner strength that really does sort of pep you up and inspire you in a way. Don't know why, but I'm actually being guided to the Angel Answers cards. So this is by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. The Angel Answers Oracle cards. So these are beautiful cards as well. The illustrations are so beautiful. And these have yes/no cards in them as well. If you had any questions that you're asking in particular that might have a yes or no answer, you might be lucky enough to get a yes or no card come out. And you can place it to whatever question you had. But for now, let's see what the angels have for us from here. Messages do we have? Okay. Okay. Anything else? Okay, if that wants to come out, it's in there. Okay. That one flipped. I'm not sure about this. This one I'm sure about. So the first one was recovery. And I shall place that there. You should be able to still see it. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. And that one had also flipped, which is in the near future. That's a beautiful card. So if there's something that you're wondering about in relation to this reading, and like, is a certain thing going to happen? This is reassurance for you that it is in the near future. Now, this is a card I'm unsure about. Angels. This is a card that was meant to come out. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So, with my pendulum, if it goes around in circles, that's a no. If it goes from one side to the other, then it's a yes. Okay, angels, any further messages for us for this week from the 29th of March to the 1st of April? Okay, so the first card is recovery. That's about recovery of the mind, body, and spirit. With all the energies lately, a lot of people have been feeling kind of depressed, a bit of sort of almost frazzled is the best way I can explain it. I will check if this card was meant to come out. Did fly out. Okay, angels, is this the card that was meant to come out? Oh, that's good. So it was a no as well. Okay, just a sec. Angels. Any more of the angel answers cards to be pulled? Thank you. Okay, so only 2 angel answer cards, which is recovery and in the near future. So for recovery, I'll show you what it looks like while I'm talking about it. Recovery of the body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so with all the energies, the Ascension energies that have been going on lately, it has been quite intense. And a lot of people are getting almost depressed, a bit sort of exhausted and quite drained. This is about looking after yourself, nurturing your body, giving yourself the time you need to rest. If the, equinox energies have been knocking you around a bit, you've got a full-time job that you need to go to, make sure this weekend you take the time to get some rest. Listen to your body's needs. Don't push yourself. Because usually if you push your body, it pushes back in the sense that it makes you sick and, derails you for a while so that your everyday life has to come to a bit of a standstill. So rather than fight your own body and your immune system and all of that and push through, nurture yourself and look after yourself and take the time to get enough rest. Sleep in on the weekend, have an early night, be a grandma for a weekend. Who cares? It's your body. If it needs rest, listen to it. Okay, then we have in the near future. So there's something that we're wondering about, something that we're waiting on, something that we're trying to manifest. And this is just a card that's telling us in the near future, it shall be. I'm not sure if you can actually see, there's like 2 angels there, one in front of the other. And they're sort of looking off into the distance, almost as if they're daydreaming about something, daydreaming or, fantasizing or hoping for something. Maybe fantasizing is a bad word, but not a bad word, just a wrong choice of words for that. But yeah, to me, it's kind of a very happy moment. It's almost as if a reunion in this is depicted in this card. For some reason, reunion just popped into my head. So maybe there are some twin flames out there that are waiting for reunion with their divine counterpart, and there's been a long period of silence in a lot of cases. If you're wondering when that's going to happen, in the near future is your answer. I'm glad no isn't not the answer, because that was another card that actually flew out, which I was kind of worried about. No, don't disappoint us. Don't hurt our feelings, please. All right, so now, Wisdom of the Oracle. I love Wisdom of the Oracle. They're some of my favorite cards. They just have the most beautiful images, pictures, and the messages. These cards basically just fly out whenever I do a reading, and it's exactly what the person that I'm doing the reading for needs to hear. So in a general reading like this that is being put on YouTube for whoever ends up watching it, I'm not sure how many will come out, but whatever comes out is always there. It needs to be. So Oracle, what messages do you have for us for the 29th of March through to the 1st of April? I want us to know. Okay, all right. As other readers will say, you cannot write this shit. Excuse my language, but oh my god. That is a card that just flew out. Okay, people, read it. I won't even say it. You can read it yourself. Yeah. Soulmate. Okay, so I'm just going to put it there. But the question is, if it's come out in the upright, then I can read you all of the oracle messages. However, if it was supposed to be in reverse, then it's a prediction message only. So, okay. This card's supposed to come out in the upright. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Any more oracle messages? No. Okay, so for this reading, we've only got one oracle message, which is soulmates. What a beautiful message it is. Okay, I will read it from the book. And since this reading definitely felt very much like it was honing in on relationships, and there's a full moon in regards to relationships this weekend, it's very, very, very cool how everything's come out like this. Okay, so it says, soulmates, the essential meaning, harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. So the oracle's message is, you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. Okay, and I am going to read the relationship message because I do believe that it is very much appropriate here. The relationship message says, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same. Regardless of how long your relationship lasts, consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. Oh, okay, that was just definitely sigh-inducing message, that one. Okay, so that does this reading for the week. I sincerely hope that you have enjoyed it. I love doing readings because just the different array of messages that come out from them. And I do hope that this gave you some inspiration, a bit of guidance, a bit of reassurance, maybe even. And I will be posting other various videos sometime soon. Thank you.